Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly universe energy reading. There is no topic. We are just going to go with the messages that come through from the universe, God, source, whomever it is that you go to for your highest power and good. So we have 3 piles. Pile 1 is this card. Pile 2 is this card, and pile 3 is this card. I have selenite on all of them just to cleanse the energies, and we will get started right away. So pick your pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, and I will see you there. Hi to those of you who chose this card or pile 1. This is going to be your reading. I'm actually going to save this card for the end. So I'm going to set that right over here. We have overall energy. We have oracle cards. We're going to have live tarot and more oracle at the end. So as I always like to remind you, a card itself could be a message for you, 2 cards, 3 cards, or the entire grouping. Okay, so let's get started. Overall energy, we have Archangel Jophiel. That's from the Angels of Atlantis deck. Archangel Jophiel with joy. Okay, that's a nice overall energy. And the 5th house, which I think is quite interesting because the 5th house, passion, it's all about your creativity, what you do for hobbies, fun, entertainment. If you play sports, it's your children, right? It can also be dating and passionate love affairs. So I think that's a wonderful way to start the overall energy off here for you, pile 1. Let's see how the other cards come in and join in with that. So we have Ether, the seamless, unspeakable. And Starseed, self, memories, identity. I think it's interesting that those are the 2 cards, right? I like to always, I just have a specific way I like to shuffle and deal the cards out, and that these 2 came up together. Starseed, yes, directly from the ethers. There you are, okay? And then we have missing link, Earth, and cooperation. 3, 2, 1, jump, and karmic board clearing. Okay. I love the way these 2 are even coming in together, right? This is like the Fool card. It's card 1. It's taking that leap of faith, right? You can kind of see he's leaving his life here behind the little heart and following what makes him happy, what brings him joy and passion and his creativity, okay? So I think that's very interesting. You've come here in this lifetime, at this time, as a starseed to help with the well, I mean, Earth is going through a huge transformation right now, and you're here to help aid in that, okay, in whatever way it may be for you. I have an 11th house stellium, actually, which is interesting, but I also have North Node in the 11th house, and, or sorry, not in 11th house, in Aquarius, which rules the 11th house. Anyway, my point being, I'm here to help raise the vibration. So you could be here to do that. You could be here to help people remember who it is they are, help them to identify their true souls, their true selves, okay? Help them to find self in there. Because when you think of the ethers, I mean, you just think, right? I mean, it is seamless. It's unspeakable. It's so large and expansive, and there's just so much that's coming into us from out there to help us at this time. But what they want to remember, it's how to bring the joy back into your life. Because for a lot of people right now, there is no joy. People are not following their passions. People are scared and unsure. So we are here, and I think you are here. You picked this pile 1 because you are a starseed and you are here to help. You are here to help people start a new journey for themselves. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Exactly. This is almost like a Fool card as well, isn't it? Right? You are going to rewrite your story. So if you are here and you're living your life, but you just know and you're feeling at the very core that this is not who you are deep down, something feels off, then it's never too late. Find the missing link. What is it in your life that's missing. Based on this, I want to say it's 5th house. It's the creativity. The sun rules the 5th house. Leo rules the 5th house, right? Again, I said it's all about that creative side of yourself, the side that loves to have fun. It's your inner child. It's even your children. It's where they show up in your natal chart. But right, even sports, entertainment, whatever it may be, I think that may be the message here. That's your missing link. That's what you need to find. And maybe for you, it's finding it for yourself and helping others find it, right? Cooperation, everyone working together. Maybe that's the missing link. I'm thinking of what I'm seeing as Red Rover. And you know, hey, if everyone isn't linked together in solidarity, there is a gap. There is a hole that someone's going to be able, well, pretty much at that point, walk through if there's no barrier up. And I feel right now that in some cases here, or maybe in your own life, there is a missing link. Something, there's a gap, there's a hole. And what they're saying is it's your job here as a star seed in this. And even if you don't consider yourself a star seed, that's perfectly fine. Just yourself here with humanity. Bridging that gap, linking that fence back up, joining everything back together, starting fresh, bringing joy back in. I love this. I always read the little message on the back here. It says togetherness. What can you share today? It may be your friendship, your time, or something more tangible. Receiving this card guides you to give away anything you no longer need. It also suggests that you cooperate with others for the greater good. Be generous-hearted, and your rewards from the universe will be great. Cooperate in a vision greater than yourself. Beautiful. Okay, absolutely beautiful. Love this. You're clearing karma by doing that as well. And that is generational karma. Not as, I always talk about karma, we think of it as in, you know, there's consequences for your action. Those are consequences for your actions, not necessarily karma. If you say, oh, that person got their karma, well, they probably just got the consequence to their action. A bit different than the actual karmic board clearing of clearing past life karma, but that's okay. That's for another day. We don't need to get into that right now. But what I do want to bring out is some tarot, okay? So pile one, I love this. They're telling you, you need to bring more joy, more passion, creativity into your life, or you're bringing it in to help others as a whole, right? Bridge that gap, that missing link, put that fence back together. It's time to start over, help people rewrite their stories, rewrite your own, okay? Oh, what do we have here? Ace of Wands, love that. Okay, that's a wonderful message. Let's get, I want to get two more. Oh, and they are coming out for me today. I don't have to flip through them. Queen of Wands. Okay, this is a lot of fiery, passionate, imaginative energy coming out. And courageous, right? Okay, and third card is the Three of Pentacles. Well, isn't that interesting? The Three of Pentacles is a card of working together. Now, what do I want to say right here? Number one, this card just reminds me of Jesus as an ascendant master, right? You don't have to be a Christian to believe or follow Jesus. He's an ascendant master, just like Buddha, okay? Think of it that way. But what does this card actually say? Enterprise, success, talent, teaching. It's also people working together. You may need to go and ask people to work along with you to help you do this, okay? You may want to do it in a group. You may go to someone who can be a mentor for you to help get you started. And with the Queen of Wands, I mean, just be confident in yourself. Be determined, okay? Be passionate, be courageous. We talked about that as well already. And I just want to see if there's anything written here. Sometimes it's small and I can't necessarily see it. Creativity, leader, focus. We're having a lot of creativity. We're talking a lot about creativity. I love how this is happening. Well, that's what fire is. That's what the wands are. Inspiration, ideas, creativity, right? Just wanting to go out and trailblaze. Now we have here with the ace, which is actually a new, this is new beginning. Aces are, and this is like new inspiration, new potential, new opportunities. That's what I feel this is for you, pile one. It's new opportunities for you to do this for yourself. And then I really believe in turn it has to tie in based on the rest of the cards here with the other. So career, beginnings, travel. Could this even be a career path for you? Possibly, and that's how you'll do it. Will you do it by traveling, whether it's locally or long distance? Possibly that's it, but whatever it is a new beginning. Now, let's get one last oracle before I flip this card over just to see. I chose a card from each of, oh, I wish I could remember names. Rebecca Campbell is the author of the decks and the books, right? So, and they're like, you know, work your, oh, here they are. Work Your Light, the Starseed Oracle, and what's this one here? The Rose Oracle, possibly? Yeah. So I chose those to be the cards that you choose from. And then we'll flip it over and get a message for those. So I love seeing that. It's always a good surprise. And let's just see how it ties in with the rest of the cards. Because already here with all of this Wands and the Pentacles working hard, right? It's not going to be easy work. Closing that gap, linking that fence back together. But it can be done. It's new start, right? It's rewriting the story. It's finding the joy. Oh, you know what? I could go on and on. Let me stop. I just love this message. Gaia, Earth, connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. I said things on Earth here, or in the world, however I said it, are changing. I'm going to put it right above, or yeah, above cooperation, right? Just, I don't know if you go out into nature and you sit, you know, or stand barefoot on the ground. Hey, you hug a tree. I don't know. You just sit there and you are quiet with yourself, or you meditate, or maybe that's where you go out and do your creative work. And if you can feel that energy, give it a shot. You may surprise yourself. Now, last card, or actually Gaia may surprise you. Last card is the second bloom. You've got to be kidding me. A second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Pile one, this was a beautiful message coming in from the universe. God, source, like I said, whomever it is that you go to for your higher power, this is the message that they wanted to bring to you. You chose this pile. This is what they wanted you to hear. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I would love for you to tune in and watch my other videos as well. There's always wonderful messages coming in and those as well. And just thank you for being with me, and thank you for your continued support. Hi to those of you who chose this card or pile two. This is your universe energy reading for the month. These are messages coming in from God, source, universe, whomever it is that you go to for your higher power and guidance. These messages come in. It could be on one card or two. It could be the entire group of them, however it resonates for you, but you were led here to this pile for a reason. I'm actually saving this card for the end. I was saying that I chose the Rebecca Campbell decks, which are Work Your Light, the Starseed Oracle, and the Rose Oracle for your choices. I want to tell you, pile one, if it didn't tie in, especially with the live tarot that I pull right on camera too. So you know what? When they have a message, they have a message. And when they're confirming and clarifying it, they certainly do. So let's get started. Pile two, overall energy from the Angels of Atlantis. You have Sandalphon, Evolution. Love that. And North Node, Future. I was actually talking about my own personal North Node in pile one. And I love that because it is you and Earth and the people around you ever evolving. If you're working on your North Node, you're not just changing and evolving yourself, you are also changing and helping others to evolve. So I love that for an overall message, okay? So Archangel Sandalphon and North Node, that is when it's a choice, okay? When you choose to work on what it is that your soul came here to do. And you may say, well, how would you know that? I actually am an astrologer as well, and I do that through a natal chart reading. That is one way to find out what exactly it is. Your North Node purpose here is this lifetime, okay? So you can also, I'll list it in the description box, links to my website if that's something that interests you. But moving on, pile 2, here we go. We'll see how the other cards tie into this evolution and North Node, working on your life's purpose. High heart chakra. Gotta be able to see what that says. Okay, it's ecstatic bliss. Do you think I could make that word out? Not at all. It's just the way the light's hitting it, and I think for whatever reason. But yeah, high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss. Actually, being happy and having love in your heart is one way to raise your vibration, one way to evolve. So I love how that's tying in already. Pentagram, harmony, protection, idealism. Exactly. Living a harmonious life with those that you love, with those that you are around, your friend groups, your work groups, whatever it is. Amazing what that can do to lift your vibration as well. Stubbornness. Oh, I love that. Okay, the Pleiades. Black Mage. Okay. You decided to wake up, or else why did you draw me? And I just want to say, you know, there's all of this stuff about woke going on out there. Like, people are woke, people are sheep, people are asleep, people are... Here's what I want to say for my readings and just what I'm hearing from God, Source, Universe. Let me flip this card and then I'll get into it. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. That is woke, okay? That is when you wake up to what it is that your soul's purpose is this lifetime. When you activate your chakras and you start accessing divine wisdom and realizing that you have it within yourself, and that you are here to learn specific lessons or a specific lesson. That's what woke is, I'm going to say, in my humble opinion, heard through spirit. All right. So, and with the stubbornness, I'm just going to get right into it. It's just saying, and letting go of the stubbornness, where pile 2, you're not going. Absolutely not. That's all hogwash. I am not here for a purpose. I'm just here to, you know, I've been born and I'm going to die, and that's the way it goes. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. Sure, it is. But if you want to maybe step out of that a little bit and wake up to the fact, leave the stubbornness behind, wake up to the fact that you are here to help humanity as a whole. If you believe that, check out pile 1 too, because that's a lot of what the message in pile 1 was about, was to, well, I'm looking at harmony again, to bring harmony. It was about bridging the gap, right? So I find that very interesting. Now, I want to just read the back of this card because there's always something interesting here. This card indicates the end of a cycle. In this plane of duality, situations and relationships inevitably end, making room for different experiences. It is time to watch your ego and purify yourself so that the new can be better than the old. Watch your ego as you prepare for change. Okay, pile 2, the message coming in from God, Source, Universe here. I call it the monthly universe energy reading, okay? The message they're giving you is, and if you've come to this pile, you've probably been experiencing a bit of, I just feel like there's something greater that I'm supposed to do. I feel like there's more to this life than what I am doing right in this moment, or than what I'm seeing. I just know that there's something else. But, and for some of you, you might not even be able to put your finger on it. It may be worth looking into an astrology reading and finding out what your North Node purpose is, because we all have one. That's one way. It's opening up that heart chakra and wanting to unite and to be with others, right? To bring in harmony. Let go of your ego. Hard to say. They say, you know, that the true balance is your heart and your mind working together, not your ego and mind taking over and just, you know, totally dismissing everything that your heart and gut is telling you, or vice versa. Sometimes you need to have a little bit of that air energy, of that swords energy, or your mind in there, because you could maybe be a little too, you may just go by your gut, and it doesn't always serve you for the best. There needs to be a balance. And I think that's what these two cards right here are, is let go of that ego, let go of that stubbornness, and realize that there's a much greater purpose for your life here on earth this lifetime. And they just want you to get back in touch with it. I am. That's the first house in astrology. That is the Aries energy, the Mars energy, the I am presence. Right? Light body activation, accessing the divine within. That is trusting your intuition. That is connecting with God, source, universe, your higher self, in whatever way you do that. But I really feel for you, pile 2. This is a message about evolving here, and you're going to do that best by figuring out what it is you can do to be on your path, the one you're meant to be on. And that is being open to all experiences, like this card says, being the Black Mage, being open to all experiences, letting go of that ego, and waking up to the divine within you. And that is, again, whatever or whomever it is that you go to for your divine power, source of power. Let's get some tarot. I love this message. They're really giving you a message of, you know, now's the time. I think when you choose these pick-a-cards, okay. Oh, how many come out? 2? I need one more. You choose these piles for a reason. I know when I do pick-a-cards, 4 come out, we'll take them. I certainly do. And I'm going to tell you, when it resonates, and it's not very often that it doesn't. Okay, so the Magician, that power, that ability, the skill, it's going within. Remember I said you have all of the divine wisdom within you. You just need to tap into it. That's the Magician. I'm going to put that over here, actually. And then we had the 3 of Swords. Putting it right here. Sometimes it says sorrow, grief, heartbreak, heartache. Sometimes that's what happens when you have to wake up and let go of some of that ego. We don't like to do it. It's like going on a diet. Nobody really ever likes doing it, but you know, some of us have to. That's what I think the 3 of Swords here is. It's going to be letting go of those shadow sides or undesirable sides of yourself that are no longer serving your highest good and no longer need it. That's where I think the 3 of Swords energy is coming in. 7 of Cups. Remember it said be open to new experiences. Well, the 7 of Cups are choices, right? So here it has choice, instinct, passion, extreme. Sevens and the 7 of Cups are choices, and they are making the choice and then having faith. I want to say someone needs to hear this, to follow through, to believe that they've got your back, because they do. And then we have the 5 of Wands, right? Letting go. I want to put that, you know what? I just feel like it goes here with this card. 5 of Wands are, I'm going to say, are those petty battles that you can sometimes, I don't even feel so much like it's with anybody else. It's with yourself, right? I know that there's something more. I feel like there's something more. I can't quite put my finger on it, but being stubborn and allowing your ego to take over so that you're just in a constant battle. Not as serious because it's Wands, right? But you're just in this constant battle. It's like the opposites here. you know, like this is, but this, I feel something. No, you don't. But I do. No, you don't. Right? It's like you're arguing with yourself. And this, you know, it can kind of upset you sometimes because you don't know which way to go or what to do or how to start. So I want to say that just actually talking to, praying to, writing it out, however it is that you do it, with your guides, with your angels, with your ancestors, with your spirit guides, with God, with source, universe, whomever it is that you go to as your higher power. I'm going to keep saying that. This is the time for you to connect to that. This is the message I feel that they're really saying. It's time for you to find your soul purpose and evolve and help others as well. I think though, for the most part, this is just about you. I'm going to say that. But in some cases, depending on your circumstances or situations, this is also going to be helping other people as well. And maybe just by you evolving and finding what your truth, what your path is, you will automatically just help others around you. It's inevitable that that will happen. Okay, let's get one oracle card here, and then we'll do this last card and see how it ties in with the message. It's a beautiful message coming in. Inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. What I feel they want me to say here is, remember when we said you're accessing your divine. Therefore, okay, I love how this is all coming through because I just kind of speak whatever comes in, okay? And I was saying that you might not even realize that by you evolving and doing what's best for you, connecting to your inner divine source, how it will change not only you, but maybe the people around you, because you're, look, it says here, inner world. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. I always like to flip this one for whatever reason. And I don't know if it's just, I just can't wrap my mind around the way it's written. And it could be because, you know, sometimes I have my moments. But I want to say internally, if you are good with who you are and what it is that you are doing for yourself and others, that will reflect outward. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there at that because I just feel like that is the message. Now, let's look at this card and see how it relates. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. I love that this came in because maybe for you, you need to take a time out. None of this happens overnight or with the snap of a finger, okay? So maybe you need to go within and take a retreat. All right, rest a little, rest that mind, okay? Get over the Three of Swords, any heartbreak, sorrow for what it is that you're gonna be letting go of, or just the confusion and it's caused this. You're gonna let that go, and it says be held. Let them, I told you they have your back. Let them hold you up while you do this. Okay, pile two. Beautiful message. I love it. And I just want to thank you for being here with me, for coming and watching. I do these energy readings with different themed decks. Sometimes it's fairy, sometimes it's dragon, whomever it may be. And I invite you to come and join me to watch those because you know what? There's great messages coming in there too. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Hi to those of you who chose this card or pile three. This is going to be your universe monthly energy reading. These are messages coming in from God, source, universe, whomever it is that you go to for your higher guidance and power and strength. So let's get started. We're going to be doing overall energy with Oracle. We're going to be doing live tarot. This is actually part of the Rebecca Campbell decks. She has Work Your Light, the Starseed Oracle, and the Rose Oracle, and those are the cards that I used for you to choose. And what I've been doing is pulling them back out at the end and flipping them over so we can see what the message is and how maybe it ties in with the cards that are already on the table. So far, so good. It's been working out wonderfully. It's amazing how that happens. Angels of Atlantis, overall energy. Jophiel, forgiveness. We also had Jophiel on pile one. Maybe some of you will need to go to pile one. I don't know. 12th house, introspection. Okay, love that. We have water, the overflow. Oh, I don't even know how to say that. Ouroboros, maybe? Infinite, eternal, past life. But look how that's together, right? It looks like she's in a womb, right? In the water. Being the mentors. Earth, again, very womb-like. Okay, I don't know where this is going, but I'm liking it. Fifth dimension. Bloom where you are planted, or bloom where you are planted or planted. I love that. Okay, and ancestral realm, karmic release, healing lineage boundaries. Okay, let's get started here. All right, so first off, let's look at Jophiel forgiveness. This is introspection. This is going within. Is there something, pile 3, in your life that requires forgiveness? That's the first question. It's the overall energy. Is it forgiveness for others? Is it forgiveness for yourself? Okay. Maybe you've been dealing with any kind of addictions. Maybe you've been withdrawing from your friends and family. Maybe you've been self-sabotaging, which is why maybe you need to forgive yourself. Maybe, like I said, you've been withdrawing, you've been escaping from things or using drugs and alcohol or whatever it may be to escape daily life. Archangel Jophiel can help you with that, so please call on her. This is not a Christian religion thing. This is an archangel, okay? No different than a spirit guide or an ancestor or whomever it may be. So if this is inner work that needs to be done to bring forgiveness to yourself so that you can, I want to say, live again, find joy again, call on Archangel Jophiel. I want to say it's like getting your chakras. Whenever I see this card, getting your chakras aligned, getting everything in balance, okay? Because I feel that maybe the forgiveness is coming because there was something out of balance, and maybe it was something that you've been doing to yourself, okay? So interesting what I just looked down here and what popped in. But let's just leave that there for right now. Let's look at the other cards. I haven't had this message, and I feel it's one that's come out before for a while now. And what it is, it's infinity, internal, past life, ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries. I for some reason with these cards down here, I just want to say that with the forgiveness, I feel like we do bring things in from our past lives, and they tend to be our shadows, the things that we're not always necessarily happy with. They tend to be the things that we fall back on because they're comfortable for us. So if self-sabotage was something that you dealt with in a past life and it's part of your ancestral lineage, then maybe, or alcoholism or drug addiction or whatever it may be, then, or addictions to anything, okay? That's what you're carrying here. I feel like you've brought it in from a past life, and maybe you've been wondering, like, where does this come from? There's no one else in my family, like your immediate family, right? Say if you have brothers, sisters, mother, father, even aunts, uncles, grandparents, and you're like, where does this come from? There's nobody else in my family with this disease or with this addiction, or that is always trying to escape and sabotaging themselves. Probably coming. You're going to be maybe the bearer this lifetime to, okay, to break, release it, okay, to break that tie, to break that ancestral bond, so to speak, that's been holding you all for lifetimes in its bondage. I'm thinking I'm seeing the Devil card. Oh, very interesting. And they're all watching you and they're cheering you on. That's what I want to say, right? Like your ancestral realm, your ancestors are like, you know what? You're the one who's come in this lifetime to get past this and to work on this and to cut it and end it. And to raise us into a fifth dimensional vibration. Your whole ancestral line. It's like they are your, it's like they're your mentors, and I'm seeing 7-7 and I'm thinking 777s, like they're like your good luck charm. They're the ones cheering you on. They are your mentors. When you go to Jophiel, also go to your ancestors and ask them to come in and help you with this while you're down here on earth, right? This is the future of your ancestral line. Okay, this is a very interesting message. I love it. Bloom your planet, okay, right? Like, when you do this for your line, there's going to be so many other, I mean, I don't know a lot about this, but I'm going to say what I'm hearing is there's so many other people attached to that line as well, that when you do this, when you break these 12th house, like I said, addictions, sabotage, escapism, whatever it is, and you get everything aligned and you break that pattern, it has a huge effect on the planet, because there are other people who are attached on other timelines to that bondage, I want to say. Ooh, I like this. So you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for so many others, so many other souls. And what I love here is with the water, okay, it's like I'm seeing a river. It's like when you do that, when you break that pattern within yourself, you're breaking it within your family, within your ancestors, within your ancestral line, okay? And it is going to flow out to all of the different souls, people, souls that are attached to that line as well. And it's going to bring them healing. Oh, this is so great. And that's why it's saying bloom where you are, planet. Oh, this is a beautiful message. Okay, let me just flip this card before we get into tarot. I think this might be one of my deepest messages ever. I'm kind of excited about this. So, do unto others. If you drew this card, your guidance is to ask yourself how you would like to be treated and act towards others accordingly. For example, if you want someone to see your side of an argument, make sure you listen to theirs. This enables you to maintain a higher perspective on life, which will help you rise into the fifth dimension. Act towards others as you would like to be treated. Well, that is the golden rule. But you know what else just caught my attention in here? If you want someone to see your side of an argument, make sure you listen to theirs rather than running away, trying to escape the situation, withdrawing from the person or the situation, and never fixing it, never finding that peace and that harmony. Oh my heavens, this is beautiful. Okay, let's get some tarot. Pile 3. This is friggin' awesome. Okay, 1 card out. I usually like to get 3. I haven't even had to flip through the cards this whole session either, which is quite amazing. Or at least I haven't yet. So, okay, that might be too many cards. Yes, it is. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take these 2. Go with 4. Okay. Now, I've never had this creator card come out before. Huh. Anyway, let's look at the cards. What do they have to say? We have 3 of Wands. What I want to say is this is you. Like, now that you're hearing this message from them, this is like you looking out and going, well, first you're going to say, all right, I need to make a plan. How am I going to break? And I keep wanting to say the bondage because I keep seeing the devil, the, you know, original tarot, like the devil card with the two people with the chains, right? So I want to say in bondage. And this is, how can I break free of that? Or sorry, first you're going to say, how can I break free of that? You're going to make your plan, and then you're going to look out and you're going to then set out to do it. That's what I want to say. And if we look at what it says on these cards, we have action, luck, adventure. Yeah, it's taken the action, okay? The Creator card, now it has a no on here. Do you know what just came in? Oh my heavens. I was like, well, that's interesting. Very strongly, you know what just came in was, there's no choice here. You've been chosen. Okay, not to put pressure on you, because that's not what they're meaning, and I'm getting a very firm correct on that. This is you already know, or you wouldn't have picked this pile. You wouldn't be getting this message. You already, KNOW, know that this isn't a like a request, as in you have, I want to say you have a choice, because we always have a choice. We have free will here. But basically what they're saying is, don't say no to yourself. Don't say no to, you know, forgiving yourself and getting ready to move past it, to take action. The Ten of Swords, this is the end. It's a final, it's a finale, it's a closure. It's ending out that old cycle. And the Queen of Cups, like what, you couldn't with these cups here, or sorry, with these cards, you couldn't have a more beautiful card come out, because the Queen of Cups, before I even read this, is, she's caring and nurturing and kind and compassionate. She loves herself and she cares for herself. So self-care and self-love. And I think that's been missing. And they want you to take on this energy. It's also creativity. What else does it have here? Intuition. Yes, trust your intuition. Compassion, creativity. Pile 3. I think this is a very beautiful yet powerful message. And if you are struggling with these 12th house energies, and that's not all the 12th house is, but for this particular reading, it is. When it comes to escapism, withdrawal, you know, addictions or self-sabotage, these are not easy things to work through. And they know that. They know that. And they are here to help you with it. Your ancestors, God, Source, Universe, whoever it is that you go to, also call on Archangel Jophiel for that forgiveness, and then to bring in the sun and the light and the joy. Oh my gosh, this is a great, look, if I was picking right now and picked pile 3, I would be a very happy person to know that right now the whole entire friggin' universe has my back, right? Because that's what this is. They want to take you right back to infancy and help you to bloom, right? To start, they're going to be your mentors to get you into this 5th dimensional energy, to get everything aligned. That's just so beautiful. Dreams. Dreams, also very 12th house, right? Your imagination, your dreams, your unconscious mind. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. As you will hear often from people, maybe have a dream journal beside your bed. Have your voice recorder, your phone handy, so that if you wake up from a dream and you feel like, oh, I need to get this down, I need to speak it, you know, get it recorded, then do that, because they're going to speak to you through your dreams. And I believe what I'm hearing is you will see it through the pattern of what it is that they're talking about. You will see it through the pattern of what it is they are talking about if you start journaling, recording the dreams, okay? Right when you first wake up, if you wake up in the night, whenever, if you lay down for a nap and you dream, to wake up and start, because that's how they're going to mentor you. That's how they're going to speak to you. So you just say, I'm turning on my intuition when I go to sleep, right? I'm ready to receive your messages, and then be ready to record or write them down. Oh, wow. Okay. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. That is just, again, the Star Brothers, the universe, just letting you know, look, we are here for you. We are protecting you. And I think you have protection somewhere else in one of these cards. I don't know where it was. It could have been in a different pile. But protection, loyalty, safety, trust us. We've got your back. We have you. Okay? We have you. You need to trust in them to help you through this. All right, pile 3, beautiful. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm so happy that you received this message today. And I ask that you join me for my other energy readings. I do them with different theme decks. But in the end, it's all just the energy coming in from universe, from our guides, from our angels, from God, source, whoever it is that you believe in. Those messages are coming through for you. And I would love if you would join me and watch those too. So thank you so much. And I will see you in the next reading.